Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Well, I don't know about you, but my phone is my whole life. It is my life. Life. I've attached myself to it. My everything about anything I do has been attached to this phone for 5 years. You've seen this part of it. You said, "Oh, Jordan, what is going on with you?" Everything for 5 years. Well, look at this. It fell on yesterday. It fell on yesterday, and this is as black as it's going to get. There is no light. There is no information, no pictures, no nothing, 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 nothing. And to get my information out of this phone that has been my life, there's God and there's the phone. And you know that. We know that. And guess what they told me? $550. Let me say it again. You want to get everything off of this phone? You need everything off of this phone. You didn't back it up. $550 to get everything off the phone. Not a new phone. Not fix the phone. I taped and taped. I rubbed and cried. I cried like a baby. I had a very, very important meeting today that everything was on the phone. And there was nothing I could do about it. And so when my daughter and my son-in-law finally got me calmed down from last night to today, they took me one place, $550. Then we went to my carrier and I took another phone and had the information from this phone. It's supposed to be on another phone that I have, but everything isn't over there. And I just, how did this happen? Now here's what I decided. Everything that's old again, everything that's new again is old again. Because I have been, excuse me. I came, Lord. I came across this. Put these earrings back on because these are Karen Roach earrings and I wear her jewelry, and no, she doesn't pay me for saying it. For you all start that story. I just like her stuff. How many of you all know what this is? You don't even know what it is. I know you don't. Back in the day when someone called you, you wrote the number down. This is a secretary pad. A secretary or someone in the office would use this. And then when the person would come in, you would tear this part off and give it to them, and you would have a carbon copy. So I've done so much writing so hard. You're supposed to have a little card in between. So let me show you again. All right. This is called, it has a name. What is old is new again. That's what I'm telling you this is all about. It's called a carbonless phone message book. I got it back in the day at one of those places. What's it called? The office, one of those Office Depot kind of places. All right? It's been lost. But you know, you can get lost in this house as an adult. So I found it and I started using it lately. If I had not had this by my phone, there are a number of things I would have missed out on today. But you write the number, or when you talk, you write the number, and you write and it says telephone number, return number. Just it asks you, you check pieces, a checklist here. And then you take this part and give it to somebody. So I don't have anybody to give it to. And then here's a carbon copy of it for you to have a record. So all these paper pages go to somebody, but as the administrative assistant, you have a record. Okay, so I know this is hard for you young people to understand this. But anybody that's 65 and older, you know about this. That's old as new again. I got this back. And then I thought about my photos, and my daughter said that she was gonna start. We should start taking the photos off the phone and putting them somewhere else. And we like them so much. Why don't we print some and put them in frames like we used to, or put them somewhere? There's a company that does that, and I was like, who does that? But I'm tempted to send them my information, my pictures and let them put them all in a frame. And when it comes back, it's all framed. And all you got to do is hang it on the wall. I'm talking about what's old is new again. You see, this was heartbreaking. And I allowed myself to be attached to it. How about you? How about you? How attached are you to your phone? How much does it run your life? How much information is in here that's being disseminated without all of us knowing to various countries, various places, and now we're so immune to it and we're so hooked into it that we just live by it and say whatever. Because I've said that more than once. They know where you are over the air. I think back in the day, it was 19 times your picture was taken before you got to work. It's more than that now because you got the cameras on your own house. There's no privacy or privacy. It's not any. That's over. Your phone is smart. They call them smartphones, but they're collecting a whole lot of information about you. The smart TV is taking pictures of you and collecting information about you. The phone, the ringer is recording what you're saying in the house from time. I mean, supposedly, allegedly, all these things are happening. And I was so despondent and so brokenhearted to last night and today. And then I have another phone that I don't use. I had to text that out to people who were talking to the meeting today. I had to give them another number. And some people didn't even see the email that I sent out early enough. But people didn't see it because everybody's busy. What is old is new again. And so I have an idea. I've been trying to get it off the ground. Not trying, I will get it off the ground. Something that's old that I want to make new again. Because we've just gone too far. I don't know if we can go back. I tell you what, we tried to go back. I don't know where the people are. To the home phone. How many of you still have your home phone? You were smart to keep it. Because did you know that the people who know how to put in the home phone are passed away, no longer living, no longer working, and they don't know they're sitting on a gold mine. If you can take this idea, find those people. Anybody used to work for, it wasn't anybody to work for but AT&T. There was no Verizon, no none of that. And they know how to put in the old-fashioned phone. People will pay for that. The old way because the lines didn't go anywhere, they're still there. The phone lines are still on the wires. Right. And I would love to have, and the phone connection is still on the wall in your house if you got an old house like I live in, a senior legacy home, as we're calling it. You see, what is old is new again. And so, baby girl, $550 if I want to get my information off of here. So the lesson for us is to, right now, you can come with me. Come on back. Come back to the old-fashioned way. Get you a phone book. It has A, B, C, the alphabet. And every now and then put a number down that you really know you're going to need in the phone book. Back in the day, how did we know to call people's number? I used to know so many people's numbers in my head. It just kept, you know what, if we can connect that to Alzheimer's and not having Alzheimer's. You knew telephone numbers. You could roll them off, just roll them off. You call this person's name, you knew the number. You call this person's name, you knew the number. You ask somebody a number now. The only number that I know that you know is your number. You don't know my number at all. I'm in the phone. You just go here and push the button and you get Georgia, right? You don't know my number. And I got some numbers today because I had to get another phone. And then somebody texted me because I had to get my same number back because I've had that number and nothing will operate. Oh, I tried to get in my bank account. What number is this? I was calling from the other number that I have as my emergency number. Nothing worked. Nothing. because I'm tied to a number that I've had for years. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's been good for me to walk around with everything I want because, as one of my friends said, this is a computer. This is a phone and a computer. This is a computer. You can have a phone. Those old phones that you have at home that are not in service, they are still usable if you plug it in because it's a computer. You can look up information on that old phone that you don't have the phone service, but you have the Wi-Fi service that's connected to your house. Did you know that? What's old is new again. What's old is new again. And how do you translate that to today? You translate to what's old is new again. You got to reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself to get into today's day. Yeah, get into today. I gave you 5 things. If you go back to my one of my other shows, you'll see where I talked about getting up without holding on to something. I'm getting up better. Touching the toes, I'm doing better than that. One leg, I'm better than that. Going backwards, better on that. I'm not getting down on the floor and getting up. That's the one thing I told you. I'm not doing that. I'm not ready to do that yet. But I want you to know what's old is new again. Pay attention. You know, we running the race, we at speed dial now. But let this go down in your life with all your stuff on it. Let this go away. Everything you got. You haven't written anything down. You don't even know where a pen is in your house. You got all your passwords on here. You got everything on here. And when it dies, well, who controls when it dies? Does it have to die because you dropped it? Or can it be controlled and it dies conveniently across America? I remember one day when IBM went out and people were just, what in the world? And then one day AT&T went out. Verizon went out. All right? We had the fires. What did the people do that had their phones? How did they notify? How did they find anybody? People had to see them and find them because all of this was destroyed or wasn't working. There was nothing. When it's old, it's new again. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.